Hi everyone, welcome to Craft Time. Today we're working on the letter E, E for eagle. So get out your templates and your craft supplies and let's get started. Let's take a look and see what we need to do today's craft. In front of me I have the letter E template, as well as a piece of paper. I chose red, it could be any color really. I've got 2 white pieces of construction paper. It's actually just a piece of white paper cut in half, as well as another piece of white paper, 8 by 10, and a piece of orange for the beak, as well as 1 googly eye. So now that we know what materials we need, we'll of course have our scissors and our glue and our markers. So let's start by going ahead and taking a black marker or black crayon and coloring in the letter E. So we're going to be cutting this out, but I'd like to stay in the lines as much as possible to make it easier for me. So I'll just start by going around the edges, like so. Now the letter E is actually going to be what our eagle's body is. So you'll see a little bit more as we go, but that's why we're coloring it the color black. Let's go on in and color this whole thing. Okay. And one more time over here, getting all the necks and crannies. Perfect, that looks great. The next thing I want to do is I want to take one of my white pieces of paper and I want to create the eagle's head. Now what that looks like is, should I take a black marker? Yeah, I'll take a black marker. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger than I need it. So if I look at this peak, I can see that it's about the same size as my E is wide. So I want to take the piece and I want to draw a line like so. Then I want to come down to about halfway. Let's look and see where our E is over here, right there. So let's come down again, like so. Across, like this, and round. Now this part is going to be the eagle's neck. So when I cut it out, I will place it right on top of my E, and it will become the eagle's head. So let's go ahead and cut this piece out with our scissors. First, I'm just going to cut away the excess and keep it for later. Now I'm going to go in and cut out very carefully this part of my paper. Very nice. And finally, just that little piece like that. Wonderful. Let's put this to recycling. And let's go on in and cut our E as well while we're here. I'm just going to leave a little bit of area around the sides to make it easier for me to cut. But you don't have to do that. You can actually go right up to the edge if you like. Continue going around, and you know that when you use marker, it makes the paper a little wetter, so it makes it a little bit more flimsy to cut. So just take your time. Make sure that you're watching your fingers. Last part. Very nice. Now I'm just going to take my paper again and put it in the recycling. And now I have my piece, which will then go on top like so. So that will go like that, and that will go like that. So let's go ahead and grab our glue now and just take our E, which we're going to sit a little bit higher because something's going to go down the bottom. So when we glue it, we'll push it further to the top. But for now, one's at the end of its life, so I will grab another one as well. Let's take our E and press it down nicely. Wonderful. Grab my other glue, and I want this part to be facing down. So I'm going to go to the opposite side and glue that on very nicely. Enough glue so that it sticks. And I want to cover the top of my E. Very nice. The next thing I want to do is I want to create an egg. So let's take our piece, our black marker, and let's create the shape of an egg, like so. Now we're going to make a cracked egg, so we're just going to go down and make some mountains. Now that we've done that, let's go ahead and color it in. I'm going to change mine to yellow, I think. So let's go on ahead and color in our egg. I just want to add some color. So I like how yellow complements the page very well, but it's still light enough that it doesn't take over the whole craft. Go ahead and fill that all in. Now, if you do go over, that's okay because you're going to be cutting this out. Perfect. That looks really good. Let's go on in again and cut our egg out. Move this to the side and just cut out my mountains like so. Nicely done. Now I'm going to lay that down, and it's going to be where I put my E inside. So I'm going to turn it over with my glue. And you guessed it, we're going to put it down to the bottom as much as we can on the page because I still want to see the bottom part of the E. And just like that, we've got started, and we're going to continue on with the beak now. Let's go ahead and take our orange construction paper, take our E, and let's do something similar that we did for the eagle's head on the E. Take our black marker, and I want to create a beak. So I'm going to take my marker and just create one, like so. And that will be my eagle beak. So I'm going to take my scissors again. And I'm just going to cut out my beak. Now, of course, you could just do it with your eye and not use your marker, but I like using my markers. Like so. That looks really good to me. So I'm just going to add a little bit to finish it off the black there and cut that to fit. There you go. Let's take a little bit of glue. I don't need it all over, so I'm just going to take it where I'm going to be gluing it on the paper, like so. And there you go. Let's go ahead and take our eye and glue it on as well. Now we're almost done, except for the fact that eagles need wings. So let's take our paper. Let's take our hand and our marker, and let's go ahead and trace one of our hands. Now remember to keep your hands very still as you're going around with your crayon or your marker, like that. I'm going to go in. I'm just going to close the shape. Now what I'm going to do is color my wings brown. So take a brown crayon or a brown marker and just go in and color in what was your hand, but will now be eagle wings. Just trace it all around. Now if you go outside the lines, it's okay. Don't forget that we're going to be cutting this out as well. So no pressure. Let's go on in and do the whole area. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna cut this out now. Come on in again with my scissors. Cutting around. Now I'm just gonna be doing one today. You can go in and do two if you like. Almost there. Remember to watch your fingers. I'm going to put this to the side in the recycling. I'm going to take it back and I'm going to bring over my wing. Now my hand is a little bit bigger than your hand, so my wings are super big, but I'm still going to glue it on. Let's glue that on there. Glue it on like so. And maybe I will even pull this piece up just a smidgen and put it under there somehow. Now I can adjust it with my scissors if I need to. It's my craft. And let's put it on top, like so. Just like that. And those are my wings. And there you go, your very own eagle for the letter E. I hope you had fun today. I can't wait to see your pictures. I'll see you next time.